Welcome to the most professional software update video you will ever find while I do my washing and have a coffee. Shotgun Pinboard's been delayed the next update just because I found a few things where I've made mistakes. Unfortunately, it was kind of future-proof, but if I'd have typed it out right, it would have been. So there's some core changes happening, which is taking me a while because I need to actually redo quite a lot of the core of how it does things. But but the main thing is the compass rose for more like your World War II kind of planning and stuff is being moved from the next update to an update after. There was another thing as well. Oh, the height maps. I've got a feeling people aren't probably going to use them as much as I'm thinking, so they're also moved to the next update. I've ripped out the flight timer because people probably aren't going to be using that, and that's going to be replaced with a better fuel system. So you should be able to refuel to a certain amount, or like when you're air-to-air refueling, you should also be able to change the takeoff values as well when you start your flight, because if you're taking off from a carrier or whatever, it should be a little bit less. I'm also going to add a feature which I think this one will come in quite handy for a lot of the new people, or even if you're learning a new aircraft. So I'm going to try and get this one in before the next, well, it's going to be updated when it's done, because I want to get this in. I think people will use it and appreciate it. I'm going to create custom startup objects where you can actually have a list of steps, but you can put dependencies in on what needs to be finished before another one. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's easier than reading it from a manual, I find. If you click on a header, like switch the APU on in the A10, and another little section will come up where you can create your own or edit it, but another little section will come up and say wait for the APU to reach 100% before going to the net. So it also includes those details in an easier to read kind of way, and I want to be able to attach documents to that as well. So if you want to have notes available to you, and it won't just be for startups, you'll be able to create like a structured list with sub steps for whatever procedures you want. And I think that'll help a lot of the new people who are just learning, or if you want to learn a new aircraft, you can put custom procedures and stuff that will be savable and shareable as well. So at the point where I get Steam working with the community and I open up that community section on Steam, when Shotgun Pinboard's pretty much at that level, you'll be able to do a Vision startup and share it with your mates, or upload it to the community. I'm hoping another people can join in and use that. I'm also, the 3 aircraft that come with it, I'm also going to double check that the Falcon meets the BMS stats, I guess, and we're going to make that one like a default BMS one. I might add the Hurricane for Stormovic and the A10. I'll just put little labels on there as well, so you can see, this one is the DCS stats, this one's the BMS stats, this one's, Stormovic stats, just to give you an idea of the versatility that I'm trying to go with. And like I said, unfortunately, I can't put everything in from every simulator. So this bit of software is obviously designed that if there's something you want in there, like the 747, I mean, the Microsoft Flight Simulator looks after that kind of stuff pretty good, but maybe you want to set it up the way that with your own plates and that kind of thing, and kind of, play that way. But that's what it's there for, like World War II things. Maybe the current Google Maps don't match World War II, so you want to put up, the old radio frequencies for a grass airfield somewhere, and you want to use the map for that, like IL2. Provided you can find a map or create a map or draw a map, you can fly in that area. Now, someone did ask a question, whether I'm going to be able to put in GIS maps and something else, and they seem pretty popular. I myself haven't used them, so don't remember the names, but apparently it's quite popular among the people who have actually flown and used that kind of stuff. Now, the purpose of Shotgun Pinboard was to be free without subscriptions. Going down that road is going to make it so that I'll have to pass subscriptions on to the user. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to make something versatile that you only have to pay for once, and then you can just kind of, put in your own maps for servers or your own missions that you want to do, or even just pre-plan a mission quickly before you do it in the editor for the sim that you want. That really was the plan, was just something for new people or even veterans, if they want to set up something that's quick and easy rather than going through lots of stuff. Now, like I said, I don't really want to step on people's toes. I found out there is another flight planner for BMS, and I'm not here to cut anyone's lunch. I'm just trying to do something a bit different. I don't want to use Google Earth. I don't want it to have to connect to the internet. I mean, maybe in the future there might be some features where it might require a connection to do certain things, but in the meantime I'm just trying to make it simple, easy to use, very small package. Apart from the save files, there's not much I can do about that. If you're sticking in a large map, your save file's going to be large. There's nothing I can really do about that. And I don't really want to go into like compression and writing out my own compression algorithms and things like that. I'm trying to keep it simple and small. So yeah, that's the plan. In the foreseeable future, I mean, I would, people seem to like the idea of the ArcGIS maps, or whatever, the ArcGIS maps, and a few other systems, that seem to carry details and data and stuff that they like to use, or that they're confident in using. For me, I don't want to pass on subscriptions, because I would need to pass on a subscription to the user to use that particular service, and I don't really want to do that. This is just supposed to be, you buy it, you can set up whatever servers you want, all the details. I did put a Nevada map base that I created quite a few months ago up on the Eagle Dynamics forums, or the ED user files. A few people have downloaded that. Now, you can go in there and edit it, obviously, if you like. I haven't put all the airfields, but like 99%. Maybe there's a helipad here that I haven't touched or anything. But you can attach plates or custom plates, whatever you want, to those particular airfields. You can also change the details. The one thing I like about this software is that you can set it up the way you like. If you want to double click on the airfield to be able to get the radio frequencies and that kind of thing, you can do that. Or in the name, if you just want to put like maybe the TACAN numbers and the radio frequency that you want to contact on, you can put it on the name, so when you mouse over it, you can see those details pop up. It's totally up to you. That's what I like about this. I mean, people, when you're flying, especially when you're learning, you want that data quick. You want to be able to see what you're doing. I need to radio that, and because it is a stressful thing when you're first learning how to fly in a sim and that kind of thing. Like I said, it's not for real life. It's just for sims. As long as you put in, the map for the era, it's there. You can set it up for a server. I mean, there's a couple of servers that I try and play on, but my internet connection is pretty dodgy for DCS, and the details are different for each server. They serve different purposes. Some are PvP, some are PvE. Some have bases that get taken over, and some don't, or they've got a mission up there. It's that's the way it works. But generally, this is kind of written more for on the angle of those dynamic kind of campaigns that DCS has, and or just multiplayer missions, that kind of thing. So uh, that update will happen when it happens. Sorry. Um, yeah, but thanks for watching, and have a good day.